Hey everyone, it's Nathis, and today I have a very special video for you guys. So I'm going to be opening up the new organized play kit for SolForge Fusion. So right now we've had one organized play kit, which was released pretty early in the game. That had the Tempest play mats, the Mindless Zombie promos, as well as the Korak promos. And then after that, we also had a Store Championship kit, which had some Gizmo promos. It had some Steel Rosetta promos, and it had like a cool coin for store championships. So right now, I have a copy of the new organized play kit, which is going to be going out to organized play stores, as well as to other tournament organizers to be giving out. So this is actually a kit that I will be giving out in an upcoming tournament event series over the next like couple months. But I'm going to be opening this for everybody to see the contents. So I'm really excited. So first of all, something that's interesting is that the box here is shrink wrapped on the outside instead of around the inside of the cards. It's going to make it probably a lot easier to keep the cards in good condition when you open this. Some of the other organized play kits had a cardboard box with the cards inside shrink wrapped. It's also cool that they've kind of made a little window so you can kind of see exactly what contents are going to be in here. So if there's different kits, they could pull it out, and get it to the right people. So it's definitely a nice little update to the boxes from what I've seen in the past. And then we'll get this open and see what the promos look like. So like I said, I'm really excited to be able to give this out to everybody who's participating. So basically what we're doing is it's going to be a set 2 constructed event where there are 4 different events, and then everybody will be getting circuit points from every event, and then based on your points you'll be getting different promos and prizes, including prizes from this OP kit. So that'll be coming up starting this weekend on October 21st, and then it'll be going a couple weekends into November as well. All right. So let's get this open. Oh, and the quality of the box is a lot nicer than a lot of the qualities of the boxes before as well. Ooh, this is nice. All right. So right at the top, we have the let's just get this in focus. So we have the card that tells you what prize kit this is. So this is prize kit 1 of 2023. So this tells you that it contains 53 stores for organized play, and it gives you a location to go to understand more about organized play for SolForge Fusion. So that is the first card. It tells you the contents as well, which is really cool. So we're going to have this info card. We're going to have 20 Oakfather Wisp minions, which we'll be seeing. We'll be having 5 of each Asperian Steel Plate promo. We're going to have a holographic edition of the Asperian Steel Plate promos, 6 holographic Wisp and Oakfather minions, and then there will be some Arbiter promos as well. All right, so let's get into it. So first thing we're going to have are those Wisp minions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show one nice and close first. So this is the new minion for the OP kit. So before we had zombies, this is a Wisp. This is really cool. I like the art a lot. It kind of looks like almost like a little leaf kind of spirit creature kind of thing you would expect a wisp to be if it was running through the forest. So this is the wisp side of the art. It's got the little SolForge Fusion promo symbol that you'll see on other promo minions and other promo cards as well. And then if we turn it over, we've got our Oakfather. Ooh, I like the art a lot here too. It almost kind of looks like it's like a gem for a head. We got a nice like tree-like being. Definitely feels like an Oakfather. It's like, I would say it's a little softer and more neutral in art than the original Oakfather promos, and it's kind of a little less aggressive than the Kickstarter promo in terms of like the kind of flaming tree. So I like this Oakfather a lot. I like the art a lot here, and it's definitely a fun promo. I feel like of the minions, Wisps and Oakfathers are the ones I like playing the most. So it's cool that we're going to see more promos of that. So we're going to have 20 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So next we're going to see some Asperian Steel Plate promos. So these are really cool. So what these promos are they are replacements for cards in your deck. So if you have this promo, you're going to be able to replace any Asperian Steel Plate that you have in any other deck. Now this is, I think, the first full art creature that we see as a promo. So they've had a Scorchbane Dragon promo and a Flamejet promo so far. But this one, like the Asperian Steel Plate's like coming out of the card, which is incredible. So this is the level 1 Asperian Steel Plate, and there should be 5 of these in the set. So it's typical, like you'll see, it's a level 1, so it shows you the level symbol. It shows you the attack and defense, so it's a 4/4. and it's got all the abilities like you normally would. Just the border's a little bit different. So it's got shows that it's a creature, it's a robot beast. As deploy, if this replaced a creature, give it +3/+3. So this is your level 1 experience steel plate. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of these. Now, let's put that to the side. Here's the level 2. So obviously we keep with the same art. Instead of having that bronze border, we're going to have that silver border. And it's the same, basically, level 2 experience steel plate, which is a 6/8 robot beast. And it's got deploy. If this replaced a creature, give it and a creature's adjacent to it +3/+3. So we got 5 of these as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now finally we have the level 3, which is an 8/14 robot beast. As deploy, if this replaced a creature, give all of your creatures +3/+3. So I love Experience Steel Plate as a card. It's actually in the deck that I won Worlds with. Whenever I have a chance to play it, I love playing this card. So it's like not like the most overpowered card in the game, but it's a card that tends to be in a lot of those Utera decks, and people are really heavily playing Utera right now. So I think this is a great promo for them to pick. So it's not going to be like a Krogius that's like gonna be something where people are like, oh, I want to have that Krogius so I could like put it in my deck, but only so many decks have Krogius. Like Experience Steel Plate's a common, but it's a great card, basically like rallying in Utera. So I think it's really cool. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now there are 3 of each foil version of these, which is incredible looking. So it looks cool on the camera, looking at it through the screen, but I'm also looking at this in person, and it really pops in the art. So this is our level 1 Experience Steel Plate foil, and there's going to be 3 of these in the kit. Then we have the level 2 Experience Steel Plate. And finally, we've got the level 3 Experience Steel Plate. Now I think the part that I've been most excited about when I've heard about this kit was to see what these full art foil minions look like. So in addition to having the regular normal border minions, there are 6 of these full art minions in here, which already this looks incredible. So you get a little bit more art, because before I was thinking like I wonder what that character is at the bottom left of the corner. So you could actually see it's a robot that's got like a gun on it, and that's just like a really cool to see the rest of the art here, and it's really pops this art in the foil. So I always love foils in general, and I really like full art cards from other games I've played. So this looks incredible, this Oak Father here. So there's 6 of these. Now if we flip it over, this is the Wisp side, which actually, that's interesting. The Wisp side is actually not foil. That's not what I was expecting. So the Wisp side here is non-foil, and the Oak Father side is foil. But it shows 2/2 Wisp. We got that full art. Now let's see if there's any extended art here. So there's a little bit of an extension at the bottom, but it looks like we actually cut a little bit of the art off at the top. But either way, like I feel like it's centered really nice. I really enjoy this Wisp. I kind of wish that both sides were foil, but even though it's not foil, it still looks really cool on this side. And at the end of the day, I want to be like beating people's face in with a foil Oak Father. Although the Wisps are important. I guess if one side had to be foil, I'm glad it's the Oak Father side. All right, and then finally, what's here, the last cards are some Arbiter promos. So typically these are reserved for the tournament organizer. So they have a little symbol at the bottom right. So I'll kind of come a little closer in the screen here. So this is a little symbol here that shows Arbiter. And if I hold the normal copy, you don't see that symbol. So these Arbiter promos are meant for tournament organizers. They could be raffled. They could be basically a little reward for people running events. So there is a level 3 Experience Steel Plate foil that has that little Arbiter symbol. Then there are also, let's put that here, 2 Oak Father Wisps that have the Arbiter symbol as well. So those are really cool. And let's see if the backside is foil on these. It is not. So I was like, maybe the Arbiter ones will be foil on both sides, but obviously, like a lot of times, printing is really only meant to be one side in foil, which is why you would expect to see only one of the sides foil. So I think this is an incredible prize kit. It's one that I think I'm really excited to see. I'm really happy that I'm able to get my hands on one of these to give out. So thank you so much to Stoneblade for actually donating this kit for the events that I will be running. So like I said, I will be running a 4-event circuit for specifically set 2 decks. So you could fuse any 2 decks from set 2 Battle for Whitefang Pass, and then it's basically almost like standard if you compare it to other games, where as long as you bring 2 decks from set 2, everything else is legal as long as it's bronze. And then each event you do, there will be circuit points that are given out, and depending on how well you do and how many people join, you will be getting a varying amount of promos from this kit. So the one last thing I want to check, because I didn't actually look at the back of these, I assume, yep, like I assumed they were going to see a normal SolForge back, but sometimes you never know if there will be a special art back. And let's actually check the Experience Steel Plate as well. Knowing that this is an Arbiter card, I was curious to see if we would see an Arbiter back. That being said, because most people, when they're playing decks, will have just a normal backing on them, it would have been weird for them to use the backing of an Arbiter deck, which I think I have one over here. I do. So an Arbiter deck has like an alternate art back, just to kind of show people what I'm talking about. So this is what an Arbiter deck looks like. So I was wondering if the Arbiter promos would have had some backing there as well. So it looks like they moved away from the alt art back, and they moved towards having that little Arbiter promo symbol at the bottom, which I think is pretty slick. And it makes it so you can use this in a normal deck, because if it had a different back, it would have been easy to identify. So once again, this is a really cool kit. I'm really excited to see it out in person, and I think people will be really excited to start getting their hands on these cards. So if you're interested in trying to win some of these promos, definitely join that circuit that I spoke about. And those events I will be putting into the description of this. Those will be done in this upcoming weekend, October 21st, 2023, as well as throughout the next couple weeks in November 2023. So if you're watching this after the events are completed, I'm sorry, but there will hopefully be more events in the future that give you an opportunity to get these cards. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm really excited to be giving these out soon.